What's good with y'all? It's your boy Tooez, and we back with another video. We're gonna get straight to this one. I don't want this video to be any longer than it needs to be. I do want to say, check out the description. We started a new Discord for Undisputed for 2K. I'll be playing that here and now and then, and just for this channel in general. So if that's something that you're interested in, check the description. You know, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But let's get to this video. I want to commend the developers, Steel City, and just the game in general when it comes to them being so responsive to the community and to the game itself. Everyone, you know, I'm pretty much a 2K channel prior to playing this Undisputed game, and we know 2K is horrible when it comes to responding and when it comes to listening to the community. So coming from a community like that to this one, it just feels so refreshing to be able to get daily news, daily updates, and not just random updates, but actual updates that the community is voicing and communicating, and they're on top of it, man. So just a heads up, this video is going to be a lot of reading. I'll be doing the reading to save you guys the reading, so prepare yourself, and let's get to it. So we could, if we want to do it in order, this would actually be the second update of today, and all of this is from today, February 3rd, these updates. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. Hey fans, in our first update, we focus on addressing some of the top bugs and issues impacting the player experience. We'll continue to monitor feedback as we look at what to tackle next, so please keep sharing your thoughts with us. Below are the patch notes for the update shipped on February 3rd, 2023, and all those numbers. There's also some additional information about the known issues and what we're continue to focus on over the next few weeks. That just lets you know that they're hearing us. So let's continue to voice what we discover in this game to make it the best game possible. Bug fixes. Players should no longer receive a loss on their record in their opponent if their opponent disconnects from the online ranking match. And I have not played ranked yet, but just knowing any other game that has this feature in it, it is very unfortunate and frustrating when your opponent quits and you don't get a reward and they really don't get anything done to them so they can continue to do it. So it lets us know that they're really focused on the online play when it comes to this game. This is the first week. The game's been out for 3 days. Fighters should no longer have miscolored or overlaid bright hair for players using some lower video settings options. And that's very vital because we all know, you know, not bashing it, but speaking truth, this game is poorly optimized. So most of the audience is going to be running lower settings when it comes to this game. So it's cool that they're fixing those things for those that don't have these beefy PCs like myself, you know. Players should now be able to use the left bumper to block the body while playing simulation mode. That's good because sometimes it gets confusing when it's blocking up, and you know. Players will no longer see debug text when first loading leaderboards. It's something I haven't experienced because I haven't played online ranking yet. Now moving on to changes. Players that routinely disconnect from online fights will no longer be assigned a poor sportsmanship score. This will impact the ability to queue with players that aren't routinely disconnecting from online fights. Players that reach poor sportsmanship can reduce their poor sportsmanship score by ensuring they finish more online matches. Players that are disconnecting from the online matches too often will be warned that they're almost at poor sportsmanship status, and players will be notified when their poor sportsmanship score is high enough to place them in low priority online queues. This is so freaking dope because it gives the players that aren't quitting an incentive, in a sense of they don't have to worry about running into these players so much frequently. And it, one, penalizes those players that are quitting, but it also gives them a warning like, hey, you're doing a little bit too much quitting here. If you want to stay in good standings and get quality fights, you might want to stop quitting so much. So that kind of separates, you know, the good from the bad players, or those that are not willing to endure and take an L like a man or a woman. So that is freaking dope when it comes to them already implementing this so early on in this game's lifespan. We've removed five of the 10 available weight divisions from ranking and casual online play. All 10 weight divisions remain accessible in online custom lobbies and offline play. This is an effort to help you find more quality matches when you search online. With 10 weight divisions in both ranked and casual queues, players are split across 20 different queues, which can make it difficult for players in less popular regions or weight divisions to find an opponent with a stable connection. Having this should increase the likelihood that a match you play online will have stable connection. Like this, if majority of the major AAA developers would just take notes to what Steel City is doing. They're a small development team and they're addressing the things that matter the most, because who would really think about things like this for people that are not in popular regions that won't get the queues to go ahead and, what it would seem like, take a loss, take a hit, which would be minusing some of the divisions, weight divisions within that category, to allow us to have more frequent play time because we connect more frequently. This is super dope to know that they're already focused on this stuff. The 5 weight divisions we removed from ranked and casual online play are cruiserweight, light heavyweight, women's welterweight, featherweight, and bantamweight. We understand that this may be frustrating for some players who may be unable to choose some of their favorite fighters in these queues. This is just a first step, and we'll work on implementing a more elegant solution that reintroduces these weight divisions over time. And what I like here is they're letting us know that, yeah, they understand that it may be frustrating for us, but they're letting us know that they're not just leaving us in the dark. You know, they're communicating, they're reasoning with their community. Added additional resolutions. These are the resolution options. Increased number of player visibility on leaderboard pages. That's dope. Like I said, I haven't played leaderboards yet. I will be getting into that as soon as I, get a better understanding of this game. Boxer changes. Ryan Garcia removed the knockout artist trait as it was impacting his punch speed. Increased his left hand power from 82 to 87 and increased his power punch from 85 to 87. That is very crucial because Ryan, we know him as Flash. He's one of the fastest fighters in the game. And for something like that to affect one of his most powerful attributes is very smart and wise of them to tweak that and critique it. Joe Frazier removed the granite chin trait and added the smoking left hook trait. Joe Joyce removed the smoking left hook trait and added the granite chin trait, updated his in-game weight to more accurately reflect the weight he fights at in real life, which is now 272 pounds. Muhammad Ali updated his in-game weight, now 216. And this is super dope, and I think this is why it's vital that this game is on PC as an early access, because they're able to go in and make these quick adjustments, these quick changes without having to have too much on their plate. They can go ahead and do what they got to do and shoot us the update and get it right to us. So let's go ahead and jump up real quick so we can stay in order of how they updated. This is the second update they dropped today, February 3rd, which the game has been out for 3 days, going on 4 days. Hey, fight fans, below are the patch notes for the update shipped on February 3rd, 2023, and all those numbers. Bug fixes. Fix an issue that was locking up players' games on the Undisputed logo screen when entering a fight online. Fixed an issue where players would get a high ping warning post-fight end. I'm thinking I'm saying after the fight ends. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Fixed an issue causing fights not to end correctly if a player disconnected after a knockout. Improved the logic that handles disconnections online, which should reduce incorrect results. Now going to the changes, move the high ping warning to a less disruptive location on screen. Thank you. Like, and I know for a fact this is something that the community voiced and they're hearing this because we've all said it. Seeing that freaking high ping above our screen all match long was just discouraging. It was like, here we go with another laggy or disconnect fight getting ready to take place. Next, we have added in-game messaging around ranked play to clarify to players that ranked is still very experimental. And we all understand that. Those that are giving this game flack and not having any grace when it is in the early access stage, just go play Fortnite or something, because we don't need that. And you need to understand that this is an early access release and it's a small developer team. So moving on to community check-in, the first 48 hours. Hey, fight fans, as we move through our first week of Undisputed Early Access, we want to make sure we touch on some of the community's discussions we're seeing about the online play experience. First, we want to thank you for the patience as we work out some of the bugs and quirks that have shown up in the first couple of days. We're working towards our first hot fix and we'll share more about that soon. We also want to make sure that you're aware of some issues preventing some of you from connecting online that can be worked around. There's information on the specific issues and how to fix it on our Trello board. That's what said, they got a Trello board. They're dope. Let's talk about ranked. We've been encouraged by the enthusiasm and passionate competition already happening in ranked queues. We'd like to touch on the status of ranked and what to expect during early access. Like everything else in early access, our online ranks are a work in progress. Excuse me. We're using early access to iterate on and improve this system to make sure it's a great experience for full launch. This means you may run into bugs, things that could be frustrating, and that we could even change things significant or reset the rankings at certain points. That's something to consider. Excuse me. That's something to consider, and that's one reason, the reason why I'm really not getting into ranked right now. Because imagine, right? Imagine you're at the top of your game and all that, and then they reset it, and it's like it don't matter. And at least they're addressing it. At least it's not coming out of the blue. At least we're getting a heads up. But it still doesn't mean don't play it, because I guarantee you, you're playing some of the best people in the world or in your region when it comes to this game. So at least they're letting us know what could take place. One of the areas One of the areas you're most frustrated by is online opponents quitting a match to avoid a loss. And sometimes an opponent disconnecting is resulting in you being given a loss. That's something we're giving attention to, and it will we'll provide updates as we work towards solutions. Players that repeatedly leave matches before they end will slowly occur. Okay, we know, we read that. So we get the gist of that, and that's cool because they're letting us know they hear our frustrations, and that's all you have to do. Like, as development teams of these big franchises, and like I said, I come from the 2K community, so that's the one I refer to the most. Like, just show us that you hear us. We're spending money on this game. We're spending countless hours. We're creating content and around it, and to not get an update or a patch on something that you know is broken, we know is broken, everyone knows is broken for a whole month or so on past that is ridiculous. And for them being small, don't have all the biggest budget in the world, are just voicing their not concern, but their considerations of what the community is asking for is just outstanding, and it shows the type of developers they are. Queue optimization. Another important area of focus for us this week is online queue optimization. We're paying close attention to our queues for each weight class to better understand which divisions are most popular with you. Undisputed has a lot of weight divisions and both ranked and unranked queues. This means some of you are sitting in queue for a long time and may also be matched with opponents that aren't ideal for a solid connection. We're planning to make changes soon that will help you find more quality matches. This will mean removing some of the less popular queues and just going on. We've read that. Their thank yous. Once more, we want to thank you for joining on this early access journey. This is exactly the kind of passionate and dedicated community we envision when we set out to make a boxing game. It's incredible to see so much great feedback, entertaining content, and friendly competition. We'll continue to listen as you share your experiences and keep you updated on our progress. Thank you for being in our corner, the Undisputed team. Thank you, Undisputed team. Thank you, Steel City, just for those words saying, a dedicated community, listening, hearing us, paying attention to us. We are definitely in your corner. You guys are doing an excellent job so far, and we can't wait to see what you guys have in store for this game. So those are the patch notes that we have for February 3rd. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Is there something that was not in here that you think should be in here, and what was something that you were excited to see or hear about within these first patch notes within the first 48 hours? Once again, feel free to join our Discord. The link is in the description. We can gather there, further this discussion. We can actually begin to build, because like I said in my previous video, I started within there our own boxing club, which is the Dog House, and we're only breeding animals, the top of the top. So go ahead, check that out. Feel free to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.